There are two kinds of people in this world. The people who fail to do what they know they should, and those who keep doing things they know they shouldn't. Guess what? You're both. Hi, I'm your host, life and business coach, Marcy Barker, aka your loving kick in the pants. In this podcast, I'll teach you the 6 steps of my accountability code that will help you wake up with clarity and show up with aligned action steps that make follow through easy and peaceful. All right, let's jump in. Hello, my beautiful people. I am here with another one of my employees. This is my project manager. And if you listen to the last podcast, you know that my employees are my daughters. And this is Liz. She is turning 11 tomorrow. How are you?
Good. How are you, Marcy?
Good. Boss. You're supposed to call me boss if you're going to call me anything other than mom. What's up? How are you spending your day today?
I don't know. Today has been kind of boring. I've just been watching Dance Moms on the TV.
You had a high yesterday. You had your birthday party. How was that?
Yes, that was fun. We did some perler beads and we played the blanket game.
Yeah, our listeners don't know what the blanket game is yet. Maybe we should not tell them. They're just going to have to come to a retreat because we played it at the mother-daughter retreat last weekend, and I like to play it at my retreats too. So maybe we'll save that for another day. But at your birthday, your favorite candy is Reese's. How many did you get for your birthday yesterday?
Probably like 75.
Yeah, she's not joking. We added them up yesterday.
I got 2 like huge packs that have 25 in them each. And then I got like the Reese's eggs, which are my favorite because they're just the best. And then I got like 2 Reese's bags. There was a lot of Reese's.
Are you going to eat them all at once?
No.
In a couple days? What's your plan?
I'm going to save them, and probably at school there's like certain snack times and I usually get really hungry, so I'll probably just take like 1 or 2 on some days.
Nice.
Or I'll sell them to my friends.
Sell them to your friends. True business owner's daughter right there. We actually just signed up for the children's market.
Yeah.
You excited for that?
Uh-huh.
We did it last year. Do you want to tell everybody what the children's market was and what you learned from it?
So the kids market is like this, it's like a business thing for kids. The parents can be there, buy the kids, but they can't like sell anything, and they're not allowed to talk to the customers. So any kids can walk around, and parents and adults can walk around, and basically there's booths in a row, and kids can sell whatever they want. Like they could sell, so you don't need like a
food handler's permit.
Yeah, food handler's permit. So some kids will sell lemonade or like chapstick or
what did we sell last year?
So last year we did meal tickets for $6, and they were like, you got a hot dog, a soda, like any soda and any chips, and we did really good with that. And then me and my sister both sold Beanie Boos and just some random stuff.
Leah sold like some of her brand new birthday gifts.
Uh-huh.
For super cheap.
Yeah, and she tried to sell my other sister's stuff too.
Yeah.
And then in the car we had to be like, Leah, that's Lexi's.
I bought way too much soda pop because we had some left over for a long time. What would you say was your biggest learning experience from that?
Probably how to manage customers and like talk to them and stuff.
Yeah. Are you excited this time?
Yeah. I just told my mom today, one time I bought a cookie like from one of the stands, and then I bought a dinosaur cookie for my mom, and then I walked away with it, and then like 10 minutes later when people were cleaning up, I was like, oh crap, I forgot to pay.
So you didn't really buy it?
Yeah, they were closing up their stand, and I ran to it, and I was like, hey, sorry, I forgot to pay. And she was like, oh yeah, you did. That was funny.
Yeah,
and then I paid.
Good job for being honest. You know, I tell people the accountability code only works if you're honest. And as my employee, you got to learn the accountability code. Do you know what it is? Tell me what you know about the accountability code.
I've read some of your book, but I just read random chapters.
Yeah.
I don't like go through with the accountability code.
What are some stories in the book that you like or that you have read?
I've read one where I think it was actually the start of the book. I think I started from the first, but your story of like becoming a cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
How you just did your back handspring when you couldn't, like when you didn't know how and then when you had Layla and she was a NICU baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one about me where I got a tick.
Yeah.
I remember there was one about, I think it was about Grandpa. And, like, yeah. I think that those are the chapters I've read.
Yeah. So you got a tick. Do you want to tell your experience?
Okay. So my friends in the neighborhood, they have kind of like wooded backyards, and that's like our favorite thing to do when we hang out. We play games back there. And one time I came home, and luckily my favorite hairstyle at the time, it was like you do 3 braids back. So my mom...
Just on one side of your hair,
okay.
and then you leave most of your hair on the other side.
Yeah. And then, so I got in the shower, and then I got out, and my mom was doing my hair, and then she found something behind my ear, and then she was like, what is that? And then she called my dad in there, and she was like, Aubrey, it's a tick.
I was like, oh my gosh, come and look. And you were laying down on the side so I could braid your hair. That was crazy.
And then my dad came, and then they realized it was a tick, and then my mom had to, like, look at a video how to get it. And then I didn't even feel it, but I think that she used, like, tweezers, and she pulled it out. But it had only been in there for, like, the longest of 2 hours, luckily, because it wasn't big or anything, and it wasn't all the way in there yet.
Yeah, the body was, like, not plump. It wasn't full of blood. It actually looked like you could kind of see the shell or the bones inside of it, but, ugh. You were kind of freaking out, too, and I was
I started crying. I didn't even feel it, though. And then I went to my parents' room that night because I had a dream about ticks.
Yeah.
And then...
Did you feel it when I pulled it off?
No, I didn't. Because I remember I was like, Mom, please pull it out. And then you were like, I already did.
Yeah, and
just laying there.
I watched a video because when I was younger, I went to girls' camp every summer. We had to do first aid training, and they always talked about ticks. And I know that there's a few different ways to get ticks out, so I did want to watch a video just to make sure I was doing it right. Yeah, then we put it in a bag, and one of the kids was like, kill it.
I wanted to smash it so bad. But my mom, I think it was either you or Dad, that because it was like going into my head and stuff, I could have got like really bad Lyme disease or paralyzed. So it was really lucky that we found it. That hairstyle that I used to do, I think that's I would never do that hairstyle again, but I'm glad that was my favorite hairstyle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like the hairstyle anymore?
No, not really.
I like it still sometimes.
I mean, I might do it, because you do it with your hair sometimes. Like, if it was, like, lots of different braids for like, a hairstyle, then I might do it, but I wouldn't just do it to school.
Yeah.
Hey listeners, the message of waking up and showing up is yours for the taking. In fact, it's free. I've recorded my entire audiobook and I'd love for you to consume it between episodes. Head to marcybarker.com to get instant access to the accountability code Wake Up and Show Up. Alright, let's jump back in.
So that story, the reason why I put it in the book is because it's important to check yourself.
It was called
often.
Recognizing Patterns.
Was it?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad you remembered. Because in life, it's important that we have certain habits and patterns that keep us well. Because, like you said, it was your favorite hairstyle, so it was a pattern that we had always done, and luckily, we caught that, because if we didn't, that would have been pretty bad.
I'm actually really lucky, because now that I think about it, it's weird that I asked you to do that hairstyle at night, and it was in the summer, too. If she was in Guatemala at that time, then we never would have gotten it out, and I never would have noticed it, and life could have gone a different way, and I could be in the hospital right now. Probably not anymore.
Was it before or after I was in Guatemala?
It was before, because I was 3rd grade, had just started.
And obviously, I went to Guatemala to write my book, so we had the experience, and then I wrote about it.
Because you went to Guatemala in the summer of, like, after 3rd grade, and it was, like, right after 2nd grade, when I first went to 3rd grade.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, because I remember on the first day I went to school, and I was telling all my friends and stuff. And, well, it wasn't the first day, but it was, like, in the first week.
Yeah, when everybody's like, what'd you do over the summer? And you're like, I was attacked by a tick. And I remember texting the other moms in the neighborhood and just said, check your kids, because we just found this on Liz. And part of that story, too, of recognizing patterns is to make sure that you do take the time to prevent anything that might happen. Because you never know. If you don't pay attention to your mind, your body, your spirit, then sometimes you can be caught off guard by those things.
We still play in that backyard.
Yeah, but now you know.
Yeah, we find rat dens all the time.
Rat dens?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, it's like where all of the rat nests. We go up high and we carry their cats with us. And if we find one, we put their cats there, and then they'll find. Most of the rats are usually dead because the cats find them first.
Rats or mice? Rats. Okay. So the accountability code, you said you haven't used it. We've gone through it once, at least. Liz is the child who is like, Mom, let's cuddle every single night. Sometimes it's a little much for me, but you like it, right?
Never too much.
Never too much. She's giving me creepy stalker eyes. So, what is it about cuddling that helps you?
I don't know. Just like cuddling.
Yeah. Do you like cuddling with everybody or just me?
It depends.
On?
I don't know. Some people are good at cuddling, and some people are bad. Dad's bad at cuddling.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
Yeah, he probably
He lives
is.
with me. He doesn't cuddle, though.
Yeah, I don't think he cuddles with me either. I think I cuddle with him.
The closest I've gotten to, like, cuddling with him before, I think, is when I was, like, younger, I would sit on his lap at church. Because he always let the kids do that, and you're like, go away.
Yeah, you guys are not little babies anymore,
Yeah.
so...
He still lets us sometimes. I mean, well, I don't do it anymore, but, like, he still doesn't care. He just lets Leah do it, usually.
Yeah. What do you think about Daddy being our chef for our fall retreat?
It's fun. Because if it's another, like, mother-daughter retreat, then my dad's the only one there.
Yeah, we can make him our slave.
Yeah, and I know that I'm already going to make him make steak because that's my favorite thing he makes.
Oh, so we should put steak on the menu for our mother-daughter retreat?
Yes.
The place that we're going actually has a really nice grill outside, too.
Yeah. And also, the place we're staying, it's, like, in this big, could I say villa? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
It's, like, a villa, and there's, like, lots of mansions. I guess it's, like, really close to a mansion. And they're all, like...
I don't know if mansion is the right word, maybe like a
they're
resort.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are some places that hold over
like,
30
if you...
people.
Yeah. And then, like, it's in, like, a big circle, and then there's, like, pools and lazy rivers, and there's, like, even a big water park and stuff. And there's, like, places to make s'mores and just, like... And there's, like, even... There was a playground, like, in it, too. And I'm really excited to go to it, though.
Yeah, I'm excited, too.
Where is it? It's close to St. George. What's it
Yeah,
called?
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
And our theme
Santa.
is Under the Sun Adventure.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be a nice change because tell everybody about our last retreat, the weather.
Oh, yeah. So our last retreat we left on the 31st, and the whole time we were there, it was snowing, like, really bad up in Bear Lake. So that was bad, but it's going to be really hot now. So we named it Under the Sun and stuff. We're still figuring out our logo for it.
Yeah, and t-shirts. And I think this time we'll do water bottles too, just because everybody's going to need to stay hydrated. Maybe even sunscreen is a gift we can give. So at this mother-daughter creating confidence retreat, each of you girls were responsible for an activity that would help create confidence. What was your activity about?
My activity was like creating confidence mirrors. And then basically we just went to the dollar store and got like some circular mirrors, and then we had some stickers and dry erase markers. Every girl got a mirror and some markers and some stickers, and they got to decorate their mirror, and they could say like, "You're beautiful," like, or "Be confident" or something, and they could put stickers on it. Like a lot of people, like Lexi, she put a sticker on it that was like, "Do you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer?" And
She was being silly.
yeah, and then like it was really funny. And some of the girls made one side like really pretty, and then the other one like has words on it and stuff. And then my mom made us go up there and say something nice about ourselves
In the mirror.
Yeah.
What did you say to yourself in the mirror?
I said I'm beautiful, I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Some of the girls took it seriously, and you could tell which girls were, like, embarrassed by doing it.
I wasn't embarrassed by doing it, but I didn't know we were going to do that, because I'd made the activity, and then I thought we were just going to share our mirrors, and then my mom was like, all right, time to say something good about yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what the group needed, because creating confidence is something you have to practice and you have to do. You can't just say like, oh, I'm confident, and then hide in a corner, you know?
Yeah.
So, do you like looking in the mirror?
Yeah.
I think you do.
I like looking at my outfit.
Yeah, and
my hair. My hair is always one of the things that probably makes me... When my hair is done, and my natural hair is usually like really messy and it's like really wavy, and my bangs get all crazy. Yeah, so I think when I have my hair done in a hairstyle I want to, I think that's when I'm most confident.
Yeah.
And like I'm confident with my outfit and not getting dress coded for it.
Yeah. Liz has a problem with the dress code at school. Or does the dress code have a problem with you at school? Mm-hmm. Your hair though is wavy because you did not get my straight hair. You got my straight hair in the front, and you got Daddy's curly hair up in the back with the nest if you don't brush it. Yeah. Oh, and I've always told Liz she has princess lips.
Yeah, I do.
So, yeah, it's good to like looking in the mirror though, because that's what I say I do with my clients is I help them love what they see when they look in the mirror. Because when you look in the mirror, you don't just see your hair or your clothes, you see who you are.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't wear the clothes I like want to wear or like feel confident in, because like if it shows like a little bit of my shoulder like for a week straight, they were like, all right, go change out of that, you can't wear that.
Yeah.
And we're like, but it's 4 fingers long, and they're like, nope, it needs to cover your whole entire shoulder.
Yeah.
And that's like my favorite, it was like my favorite shirt to wear.
I'm torn with the dress code. And in my book, I do talk about my battle with modesty, because I always made sure I was very modest. And when I was a brand new mom in church, I remember another lady saying that she dresses her baby in onesies with the shoulders covered. And she was like, I want my daughter to always be modest from the day she's born till the day she dies. And I was like, oh, that's a really important message. But then I was like, that's also kind of crazy to like make sure your daughter has her shoulders covered every single day of her lives.
You should be modest and stuff, but like if it's your shoulders, like what's so bad about your shoulders being shown?
Yeah.
Because they always say, don't, like we read the dress code, me and my friends, and they said, you don't want to distract the other genders and children around us.
So you're like, ooh, boy, look at my shoulder. Look at my shoulder.
But all onesies I've seen, don't they have their shoulders covered?
A lot of them do, but I just thought it was interesting because you get a lot of messages from social media and from other people about what modesty is and what it should look like. And, you know, we took those family pictures where Layla was wearing like a halter top, and I was like, oh my gosh,
What's
that? It's just, you know, it covers just your boobs and down. There's no sleeves or straps or anything.
She wore one of
Do you
those?
remember when we did the family pictures and it was snowing? We went to the Nature Center trailhead and Jenny took them.
She was wearing that?
Well, you probably don't know because I never posted them anywhere because I was just like, I don't know if I like these.
Does she have it on in our family pictures?
I don't think so. But what does modesty mean to you, would you say?
I mean, not being like inappropriate. Like if it's just your shoulders or like your thighs or like a little bit of stomach, like that's fine. I think being modest is like not purposely trying to get attention or like wearing stuff that is like almost showing your whole body. Or like bikini tops that people will just normally wear around. Like I think that's not being modest because it's almost showing like your whole body. But I mean,
yeah,
if you're just wearing something that shows your shoulders, like the shoulders, when someone says don't wear that, you can see your shoulders. That's where I'm like, no, like I'm gonna wear this.
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize the intention you have when you're wearing something and just do things that make you feel good, but also respect yourself too. So at the retreat with creating confidence, what do you think is the biggest takeaway that you had? Did you learn something new? Were you impacted a different way? What benefits did you see?
I don't know. I think I may have gotten more confident. I think the thing that had the most impact on me was the like speaker, Alicia.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So she kind of talked about like hope and like the stories, because I think her thing was called like the Hope Hero, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she gave us these little red sneaker keychains.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So what stood out to you? Are you the hero in your story?
I don't know.
Or is it me?
I have that.
Did you split up with a group?
Yeah.
What'd you guys talk about?
Mostly school, because a lot of us had like lots of problems with friends and stuff and being bullied or harassed.
Yeah. Oh, harassed.
Yeah.
Who used that word?
One of the girls, I'm not going to say their name because I don't know if they want.
Yeah, that's fine.
So.
Good job. What's your take on being harassed or bullied? Have you experienced that?
Yes.
How does it make you feel? Or what do you do about it?
Well, sometimes I tell the resuscitate, or sometimes I just leave me alone. I have a friend group that's, if they do something, then they'll, like, they won't do it in a mean way, but, like, they'll kind of, it's, like, they do it in a joking way, and they'll, like, cover me, and they'll be like, hey, don't get close to her, we're gonna jump you, like, but it's kind of funny, but, I mean, it really depends on what they're doing, because sometimes they'll just, like, be trying to hang out with me, and I'm like, you guys are really mean to me all the time, and I don't want to hang out with you, or sometimes they'll think that they're joking, and they'll just always be calling me, like, super rude names that I've told them that I don't like before, or, like, stop joking about that. Mm-hmm. Or they'll say, like, why do you hang out with those people? Because they're super dumb and stupid or something. And then they won't, like, leave me alone and stuff, so.
So you have a hard time fitting in with people. Some days are good and some days are just not good.
Yeah, or, like, they'll get mad at me for something, and then the next day they'll come up and act like everything's fine, and then they'll stop, and then they'll start doing the things again.
So that's why you're counting down the days for school to be out.
Well, I mean, like, part of that reason. But I just want to have summer.
Yeah, I like summertime too. So one thing that you and I have worked on is, I guess, being more clear or having boundaries, speaking up with things that you don't feel good about, because you are a sensitive person. Listeners, I would say Liz is like my empath. She's into the horoscopes and stones and all of that.
That's my favorite.
Well, an empath is somebody who can feel other people's energy more easily, more deeply. And Liz just did that little hand, put her hair behind her ears. So, how do you think that affects you?
I think it makes it easier to know when someone, like, wants to be around you, or if they need to talk about something, or just, I don't know. Also, I just like learning about that stuff. It's fun.
Yeah. For a while, Liz would tell me a lot about my horoscope.
Yeah.
What are you? What's your sign?
My sign is Aries.
Aries.
Yeah.
What are some characteristics or traits of Aries?
I guess most of them that I see is, like, really powerful and envious, but also, like, I have a poster in it, and it says the weaknesses, it's very, like, their temper.
Oh.
Which makes sense, because I get mad really fast. And trust issues was also one there.
Oh, trust issues.
Yeah, I actually don't think I have trust issues at all. I think I have, like, almost the opposite of that.
Like you trust too easily?
I mean, not too easily. Like, I've never had a big problem with trusting someone that I shouldn't have trusted, but, I mean, a few times, I mean, I just don't think I have trust issues at all.
Yeah, that's good. That's good if you can keep trust issues to a minimum.
I mean, unless it's someone that's, like, hurt me before and they want to, like, make up and stuff. Mm-hmm. There was a girl I met, and we were best friends for a while, but then, like, we kind of broke up, and she kept wanting to be friends again, but she kind of kept hurting me and stuff, and I think that was really, like, the only time that I wouldn't, like, still hang out with her or talk to her and stuff.
Yeah, you have done a good job with that, because that was on and off for a long time, and you recognized that it was not good for you, and it was actually really draining. So that's good that you're learning that early, because a lot of people never learn that.
Yeah, I don't know. Trust issues have never been a thing to worry about for me.
So how about your temper? Have you learned anything recently that can help you with that?
I think a lot of people, like, I know some people that say, like, this is something that triggers me and makes me more mad after I get mad. They say, well, we didn't make you mad. You're just choosing to be mad. And I think someone can, like, you don't really choose to be mad. Like, even if you don't want to be mad, you're still going to be. If you have feelings about that and you're, like, having a hard time with it, you're still going to be mad, but you can choose what you do about it. I mean, if you want to be happy, then you can be happy, but usually when I get mad or sad about something, it sticks with me for, like, at least 20 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes. So, but I can choose what I do about it. If something hurts me, I can't just say, oh, time to be happy, and then I'll be happy. But I can choose what I do about it.
Yeah, so you need time to process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Because when I was in high school, I used to believe that you could just switch your emotion very easily, and I actually did. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be happy now. I'm going to choose to be happy starting in this moment. And then I got married, and then I had kids, and I was like, oh, this is not that easy to just flip the switch and decide, because I think I had a lot of factors that were impacting me, and that's probably what you're dealing with. You have a lot of factors that impact you that it's not that easy. So during that processing period, what do you think are some good things to do? Besides telling me how mad you are over and over and over again for that 20 to 30 minutes.
Sometimes I text my friends, or I just say, like, hi, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. So maybe changing your environment or changing your activity?
Yeah. Or, like, I'll go to my dog. Sometimes I can tell that she's annoyed by me when I'm like, sad or something, and I go to her, and I start... Because my dog, she really, like, she likes people and stuff, but she doesn't like to be picked up and, like, cuddled a lot. Like, sometimes, she has trust issues with me sometimes.
She will let you know if she doesn't want to be bothered. But we got Mia when you guys were 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. So
we were all, like, pretty young, and we weren't the nicest to her. Like, we would trap her under blankets and stuff, and... I mean, like, we would chase her around. Like, she would play with us, but she didn't like going under the blankets.
She didn't like being smothered by a lot of little kids.
So after I, like, actually learned how to treat her, I had to be nice to her for, like, several years. Mm-hmm. And I finally earned her trust probably, like, a year or 2 ago. And now she'll, like, sleep with me, or she'll sit on my bed all day. Like, she'll cuddle with me sometimes, only if she's, like, really tired at night and she doesn't want to move and stuff. But, like, sometimes I'll go to her, and then she'll start playing with me. She'll bite my stuffed animals, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
But she's probably one of the best things, because she's always sitting on my bed. So if I go in my room, then
she's there.
Yeah.
It is good to see that she's not annoyed by you anymore. Because it did take a lot of work for you guys to change that.
Because, like, even when I go into my parents' room, because I do that a lot, like, to sleep in there, it's so cute, because she'll be sleeping with me, and then she'll go and follow me. And where I sleep, her, like, cage with her bed is right there, and she won't sleep in there. She'll sleep on my blanket with me. Mm-hmm. She's probably one of the best things. If I want to have a good morning, probably one of the best things to do for me is go to start playing with her. Like, even if she's ready to get up, she'll sit on my bed and wait for me to wake up, and then once I get off, she'll follow me.
Yeah.
And then, like, if I go and sit on the floor or on the couch, then she'll come up to me, and then she'll start, like, rubbing her head around me, and that's probably, like, one of my favorite things to do in the morning, because she's so cute, and then she'll start licking me and stuff, and I love when she does that, because she's so cute.
Yeah. That's good. That's good to know, too. I am not a pet person at all, or an animal person, but I'm glad that you get what you need from Mia. Okay, do you have any life-changing advice for my listeners? Or if you could tell them one thing that they need to know, what would it be?
Stay tuned for an extra treat. I don't know.
Is there anything that you are passionate about when it comes to relationships or behaviors or self-care? What's a tip you might give somebody if they want to be happier in their life?
Less screens. I mean, I really like playing Roblox and watching shows and stuff, but I think it's really nice to go outside and take a walk, or, like, taking me on a walk. One of the ways I got to, like, earn her trust is every day in the summer, I would take her on a walk in the morning, until there was just, like, a dangerous dog that was running around our neighborhood, so then my mom didn't want me to go out in our neighborhood anymore, and then I stopped doing that. So she doesn't go on as many walks, but, like, that, I like doing that. Like, I would go on roller skates sometimes. That was hard.
With Mia?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, she was, at that time, she was trained to not run away, so she would stay by me, but then she usually went on shorter walks when I took them, because I couldn't go down that big hill.
Yeah, you're much better on skates now. So less screens, that's good.
Yeah, just, like, don't sit on your phone all day and scroll on Instagram.
And don't get a phone if you don't have one yet, right?
I mean, it depends. You have to be mature for a phone. We did an essay in school, and we do like opinion essays every other week. And one of them was, should kids have phones? And I think before getting a phone, a kid should be mature and trusted by the parent and stuff, because I know that some kids, their parents just get them phones when they think they're ready. Like, some kids will have phones at 8 with no, like, controls or limits on them, so they'll be on TikTok and they'll learn bad things or, like, bad dances, which, like, I did a bad dance with my friend once that they taught me, and it was, like, bad music and stuff, and I think the age to have phones are 11. Well, I mean, to get your first phone, I think it makes sense at 11, 12, because that's when they go into middle school and junior high.
Yeah, all of my girls know how to twerk.
We're good at it, too.
Yeah, you are.
I showed my mom a dance yesterday. My favorite show when I was little, it was Umi Zumi. And so my oldest sister, she let me get in her, like, 4-inch, I guess they weren't like high heels, but they were, like, you know, just, like,
yeah.
But they were like 4 inches tall, and then I showed her a dance, and I was doing a super funny dance, and I was in like leggings and stuff, and like 4-inch tall boots, and it was a super funny dance. And our little cousin, he tried to twerk yesterday, and he was just like, it was so funny.
Yeah, it was silly.
And then Alex started laughing, but he goes, I already know how to twerk, and then we were like, where did you learn that? He's like, Leah.
All of you guys, yep. All right, well, thank you for being on my podcast. Thanks for being an awesome employee.
Yeah, thanks, Marcy.
You're welcome, employee. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for another episode of
Your Loving Kick in the Pants. Also, say happy birthday to me tomorrow.
Happy birthday, even though this is going to be posted probably a month after your birthday.
Okay, well, then say happy birthday when this is posted.
All right, see you guys.
Bye!
Hey friends, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Your Loving Kick in the Pants. If you got any value out of this episode, I would love for you to drop me a review or share with a friend what you learned. All right, I'll see you next Wednesday for Your Loving Kick in the Pants.